Yeah, before we will start, I just want to announce some crazy things that that we decided to do. Because we hear so much doubt from you guys that it's not possible now to find your wife, Ukrainian wife. So basically, we have a great opportunity for next 10 guys who will call us, which to find out details. Basically, you don't pay us until you get married. To find out more details, please contact now us by email and or by telephone. Yeah, to find out more about this crazy deal. It's just because we want to take risk on us and help you to overcome your fears and believe that it's not possible, because we see for many of our guys who's doing who's in this journey now, they do believe it's possible and they move ahead towards realizing. Okay, hugs to everybody. Yes, great things that everybody needs, especially all Ukrainian people now. Yeah, so how are you? I was a little bit late, just hung up from my family call. Hello, Bill. Yeah, we had conference call between all of us, my brother, my father and mother, yeah, trying to understand what to do next to my mother, because trying to understand if she should stay in Germany and or go back to Ukraine, because my father don't want to go to from Kiev to Germany. Even he has possibility, man who is more than 60 years old, they can. Yes. So people are very much attached to to their homes, especially older people, and it's very hard for them to establish new life in an unknown country. And I mean, we saw how the war started. It was completely not predictable. I mean we saw that the conflict was escalating, and so much things was shown that it's possible, but people in Ukraine was so much in a mode of denying this possibility that basically for most of them war started all of a sudden. They was not ready. Yeah. How long before Russia leaves? Any idea? We don't know. Nobody knows. I I mean, I think not earlier than this year. This year it will not finish. I hope. I mean, from some resources that I study, I hope it will be end by end of February. But it's just prognosis. Nobody knows when it will finish. Thank you. Yeah, we all have just hope. Nobody can take from us, Despite on that, people start to adjust, to any conditions. Live, like I have a lot of my friends living now in Kiev and say it's okay. It just people, Ukrainian people, very resilient. It's one thing, and another thing. Yeah, that's what basically make a lot of them to accept the situation how it is and adjust it to new conditions. But to be outside in a unknown country with no support and language barrier, for example, like I mean, maybe in Germany, your English can help you, but here, for example, in Mexico, where we live, it's, my English really doesn't help me, because not many people speak. And now I can understand how Joe was living in Ukraine, because also in big cities, there is a lot of people speak English, but in smaller cities, like almost nobody. So it was very difficult. I mean, you have to or to learn language, or just to use your body skills to be able to express yourself. And the hard also I see on its land on children, because they want to be social. Like our children yesterday was invited on a birthday, and in their perception it's like Ukrainian birthday. So we went out, we buy a nice gift, and they come, and then they realize all children speak Spanish, and they don't understand nothing. So they come back like in half an hour saying, we don't know how to communicate. Communication, it's a big thing in our life, right? To be able to communicate. And that's why I like our ladies who moved with a support, I mean, because of men, because they have desire to create family with him. They need even before war, in normal conditions, when she moved to new country, she needed this support from a man, emotional, helping to adjust to new culture, new country. Like I'm speaking now to our clients who, to the ladies that get married with our clients, and she say, or like, I have so many things to learn to do in America. She's to adjust, but anyway, she say, looking back, what's going on in Ukraine, and she left. She was approved in, I think, like in end of summer, something like this, and she moved in autumn to America. So she has full time, and her English very poor was, so she has to increase her English, and then she wanted to work to do the same job that she was doing in Ukraine. So, like not not to be a cleaner or like low quality job, but something that enjoyable for her, where she knows her profession. So it takes time to educate herself, and she's doing all these things now. And she said, but still, despite on how difficult everything, looking back what's going on now in Ukraine, she said, I'm so blessed to be now in America, having my husband who support me, having his incredible family who, like, she say, I'm so blessed with his parents. It's a big part also, of family being supported, to a woman. Okay, let's read what you write. Have you heard about instant handheld language translators to any language? Wonder if they are good. I heard about this. I know that some of our guys used it when they was dating our ladies who doesn't speak English. Anyway, it's not it's not so easy as it sounds. I mean, it can be used, but it's still, it's like, I don't know, like a person and robot. It's a machine. It's some solution technical, but it doesn't give you as freedom and clear, like people will clear understand you what do you mean. So it can be temporary solution, but I mean, normally when if we have marriages where relationship starts from zero English, but there was big chemistry out there, and and when woman saw the man she wanted to communicate, it was her goal. She learned English, even I mean, even before it was for her like feeling like she don't know if she will if she will ever will be successful with with learn language. But then when you have loved man, everything, as we say, there is nothing not achievable. Yeah. So yeah, she improved. They live together happily together, married, and it's not one case, but this one case was just like literally from zero English, so to good, like, and the plus country, when you move, you have to speak to everybody in, so it's an environment. It's a very help, in learning English. Most of Ukrainian people, we learn English in school for Joseph. It's salad right there in a bowl. Yeah, but it's very loud now. Everything you do, there's in bowl. Sorry. So yeah, we learn in school, but normally very a little bit small of time, like maybe 3 hours per week. And teachers, to be able to learn, it's not enough. And teachers have very program very limited. That's why normally if you even learn the language, very, very basic, very elementary level. But then all Ukrainians, if they want to use English, they normally go to English courses, where you can improve, and then trying to find the English speaking clubs where you can practice and be, that's the way, the best how you can learn and improve. And even if with time, if you don't use it, to memorize. And yeah, well, would a Ukrainian woman move to rural part of USA, like 40 minutes from a decent size city? Yeah, Ukraine is also not all just big cities. There is mostly small cities. It depends more on a woman where she adjusted to live before. I mean, if she grew up in a very small city, I don't know, like almost like village, can be 5,000 people. I don't know. I lived even in a place where it's 500 people live. So, and actually, it's officially, but in reality, I don't know 20 people that live. So it's depends. If a lady was born in a big city, she used to have a lot of things going around. It's very difficult for her to move in a very small society. But if she grew up in a small city, but then moved to Kiev, she's kind of how to say, hybrid. So she can feel good in both, in big city and in small city as well. And as Ukrainians say, it's not about where to live, but with whom to live. Ukrainian woman normally is what they say. So, Oh, Joanne, thank you. I will read because I think I'm behind. Yeah. What's the percentage of successful marriages we offered from Match Guaranty? Example: 90% successful, 10 fail. How long were they married? Actually, I'm trying to. I know that we have breaking engaged. That didn't come to the point of marriage. But I don't know about one case where marriage break. So. Yeah, one. Yes. This case, yes. The man was, I don't know, woman too. Normally it's doesn't work like this. He proposed after 30, after 1 month of being dating her, and this was super quick, and basically their marriage failed. That's what we at least aware of, because normally we in touch. I mean, our clients, they send us pictures of children that grows, like, I mean, yeah, like 2 years old now, 3 years old. We have just yesterday we got new pictures of the very first couple, and basically most of couples they together, everything works. But they all took their time to, I mean, normally up to at least 1 year to get to know each other, to make this decision. Yeah, but yeah, you see, very quick decision on emotion when you didn't get opportunity to know each other, it leads you to this result of divorce. So guys, take your time. Yeah, absolutely. It takes time to build, to get to know. I understand there is a, butterfly in the stomach and all of that, but there is, when you come, there is a moment when you stage where you come to real life, and then you just realize, it's your expectations and the reality is very different. That's why, you better spend time on before you move forward with such a life-changing, commitment. So, will you update status as to where your ladies moved to? Hey, thank you, Tom. We're doing that just with we do this every time with a new registration. For example, lady, we write her original city where she was lived in Ukraine and where she is now. Plus, we do this with the ladies, like that men ask them out, like we contact her, so, or she contact, we do this with those ladies who contact us and tell us also. So, but the reality is that we cannot do full update because the lady, they move all over Europe. We have one lady, when she first time was invited on a Skype call, she was in Spain, and then, I mean, this Skype didn't happen that time, but next time when she was invited, she was already in Austria. So it's just like when you do your introduction package, you can find out where specifically the lady who likes you back mutually, where they right now. Because many people now, at the beginning they was moving mostly just to where transfer was for free, just to run away. But then when things calm down, they start to talk to their friends, who is who, where, what conditions country have, and everybody start to choose country according that match will their future goals or opportunity for work. Depends on different factors. So like my family already moved from Georgia to Germany, and I mean, you see, already changed 2 countries, so it's very normal. That's why you can every time very quickly change. So normally most of the ladies, they stay in Europe, and yeah, most cases, yeah. And Europe, it's very easy to travel from country to country. It's not so difficult. Anyway, we're now doing a distance introduction where we kind of in control of which lady speaks to which man, who's focused on whom, trying to make relationship work. So so um, so you build your relationship with the lady where she specifically live, and then come to see her, to meet her, like after 1 month of being communicating like this. Happy Father's Day today, yeah. Okay, I didn't know. Thank you, Jack. Have to do something with this. Okay. Uh, you would like to conversation of height and weight in women's metrics? Yeah, it's very different system what we use in Ukraine. Um, yeah, now I like our daughter. She entered USA school and she started to, she has tests to pass, and there was these questions about different metric system. And I said, listen, I cannot help because I don't know it. Also, so real time Google, you know. I we can I can tell this to our IT if it's not difficult to realize. Maybe we can implement it. But anyway, it's something that uh, I think possibly to find out through Google about specific lady. Yeah. Mm, if coming to America, would Ukraine woman like to live in an area where snows, or would prefer warmer temperatures all the year round? Uh, it's also about woman's preferables and area where she lived before. Um, I I would say from people that I know, they would prefer more to live in warmer temperatures, um, but it will not be a deal breaker, I think. But I also know some women who go on vacation only to like Norway, in cold areas because they enjoy it, very. But it's minority, not majority. So anyway, it's not so important about temperature, but more about if will be happiness out there, if it will be the right man. Yeah. Then also you can go when it's super cold. Maybe you can plan on, I don't know, doing some vacation to warm up, because Ukraine it has also, winter can be very cold, but not always, but some winters with a lot of snow. Snow also fun, but summer, yeah, most of Ukrainian people, they like very much summer, as well as Canadians enjoying it here, having summer because cold winter. So lots of Ukrainian people in winter, it's very like budget trips. They can do it very small budget. They travel to Egypt because it's cheap and a good service. Um, and it's summer, so in winter you can warm up your bones somewhere on a nice resort. So it's what a lot of Ukrainians do to handle long winter days. um, oh, Portal player, is it true that many Ukrainian women wants to meet up with a Chinese Taiwan man? No, it's not. It's a lie. It's completely not true. Doing matchmaking for a lot of it's the hardest. It's to help ethnic man, but also different ethnicity has different like response rate, like rate of interest. For example, Spanish guys, they have more interest um, than I don't know, like Chinese, for example, or yeah. But the hardest it's a dark skinned man to help, and um, and yeah, if Muslim man also because of religion and uh, very different world, and also if man looking for a second wife, it's of course it's not possible. um, yeah. But also perception of Muslim man, like I don't know, maybe that he can be very like mean to women, can beat her or something like this. They're just afraid. Yeah. So again, perception of Spanish, they happy people, they because of TV series we grew up, and perception is reality. So, and if you talk about Asian men who live like in China or there, it's like she potentially have to move to a very different world, like I don't know, another planet. It's and it's scary. Unless she was before I don't know, model, travel all around the world. She lives sometimes in China. She like it. So it's more like um, exception than majority. Majority cases. In majority cases, they prefer something that somebody who looks like them, and the more country closer to Ukraine, it's better for them. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have uh, uh, just on their profiles location, so original locations and where they were right now. The reality is that I will tell you a secret. The reality is that the men choose the same ladies. So a lot of our ladies, they've been with us registered for like 4 years, and they never choose by men invited for a date. So it's kind of she can be disappointed with this, not happy, or think that I don't know, maybe she can think even she don't know if she's with us, why nobody choose her. So even we try to do our best when we accept lady, we don't accept everybody. If you would accept everybody, I don't know, we already had maybe 10,000 20,000 ladies, but the reality that we accept mostly those ladies that we believe in, that we can help. And okay, let's start from based on their intention. If we see that their intention are pure, and we show that the reason why they join us is to find a husband, they're serious about this. Yeah, because many of ladies who looking for foreigner husband in Ukraine, but in reality they don't want. It's a way how they can, I don't know, make money or something. It's nothing about creating a family. So unfortunately, it is how it is. This. So yeah, it's the main parameter, the intention, and then how she looks. It's also important. We don't want to give woman hope when we see that like when she, for example, overweight, because those ladies also can come to our door, and she can have a pure intention, but we understand, we will spend our time, we will give her hope, and then she will be calling us disappointed that nobody chose her. So even with this, sometimes sometimes women after being with us 3 years, she all of a sudden been chosen by man. So finally, um, and yeah, even like after 3 years being with us, she can find her husband. We have these cases when nobody was interested, and she was waiting for her right choice, right man who chose her. But my point is that to call all the ladies to find out where they are right now, if they're not chosen, it's like giving them hope, about like introduction soon to somebody. So we prefer to call them with some like good news, and and then again in 1 month she can move again to to new place. So like we don't have GPS navigator on them to track them or something. It's a real life. And yeah, if lady wasn't chosen when, I mean, at any time she can meet men, right? It's not a it's not a shop where they all in in a available, right? It can happen that she can meet a man in real life, somewhere, and start to build relationship. So when it happened, she see that she has potential, she just call us and ask to delete her profile. It's normal. We they're not in prison with us, right? Their life continue. And because of this, I say this, like all these movements, non-stop movements, it's not possible to track. So we do this in like I give you another example. We was scheduling Skype call introduction, and the woman was when we talked to her, she was in Romania, and then when we do Skype call, actually in few days she already was in Dubai. So he's like, she come there because now why the Ukrainian people move? Because they have Ukrainian ladies move because they have to find out the way if they lost their jobs, and they have to find a way how to provide, how to continue to live. So they move from one place to another to understand where will be future possibilities for her to take care about herself financially. And it's very understandable, right? If they're single, they don't have nobody to help her with, so she has to take care about herself. Okay. Think a portal player. Yeah, the prayers where we need it. Also, if you want, I still continue to do to collect donations now from our introduction package that we do, and we send it to Eldar. It's a Ukrainian man who he's managed all his team in Ukraine. So basically, what we do, before we had from Slovenia it's called charity organization who was supplying food, but now it's finished. Thank you that they was doing for this time. We're grateful, but now we have to actually buy this produce and then be able to ship it to hot points in Ukraine. So, and in Ukraine the gas goes very become expensive, like in Europe, and logistics become expensive because of that. So we buy it in Match Cash and Carry by pallet norm. Normally one purchase is around 5,000 euros, and then extra from 1 to 2,000 euros. It depends on where we need to ship it. It goes on logistics. Yeah. I mean, because we normally spread it in between 3 different cities. They send me all checks, and we're not the only one sponsor there, because it's a lot of help financial, but we're doing this together. So if you want to support Ukrainian people, providing them, basically we're providing the basic need, just food, water, food for children. In previous was Pampers too. I mean, yeah, some basic things that people need to survive. Yeah. Hi, Mark. Okay, Tom writes something. What would you really be a good help is have a better understanding in ladies' profile, as good their English in comprehension is very vague in the profiles. So we've done video with Joseph. The most 30 30 popular questions, and one of them was how to understand her level of English based on profile information. Yeah, basically, when it's elementary, it's her. She knows a little bit, the simple things, something that she remembers from school. When she has good English, it's like okay conversational language, like intermediate level, right? And then if she has fluent, or yeah, she can speak free. I mean, fluently, yeah, like native speaker almost. So that basically, that's all. If she don't have English, she probably study another language. It can be in school. Uh, which video, Sean? My video. Thank you. It's very interesting. You're today very generous. Thank you very much. It's interesting. Uh, okay, about sauna. We start talk about sauna, guys. I want to see. Okay. So um, this Kiev has many places with hot saunas. My gym has saunas essentially. Yeah, a lot. I hope it will survive after war, but there is a lot of great places, infrastructure in Kiev, amazing. Yeah, I've done one video on my Anna 7 from Ukraine channel. Yeah, it's spa day. There is like one place, and there is so many different type of sauna you can experience, and compare which one you like better. Even one was Japanese. Yeah, it's in Odessa. Though, yeah, but in Kiev there's also similar places. Mostly in touristic, like Odessa place, there is a lot of also, especially sea. There is a lot of different services for tourists. Um, yeah, but normal, like hot Russian sauna is like everywhere and a lot. In winter, you have to book this in advance because normally very big demand. Everybody want to warm up their bones. So, yeah, big companies gather together, spend some fun together. Yeah, but in summertime, it's free to go, but not very pleasantly. I mean, it's outside hot too. Mm. Me too. Would Ukrainian woman like to marry Indian? Every time I have this question, and every time I try to be very diplomatic in expression myself. I don't want to offend nobody, but it's if man Indian and he live in India, it's very hard to help. But if he's has Indian roots but live in the Western countries, he has more chances. But still, he has very limited choice. Not very a lot of ladies open, and I, I and yeah, I don't know what to add. I mean, yeah, more limited, more limited choice, but still possible. Possible. It just depends more on your personality. Um, we have several guys from Western countries who now developing their relationship with Ukrainian ladies, and we keep like this because we want them very much to succeed. Yeah, one guy, but long time ago, maybe already 3 years ago, he had he had Indian roots too. He was engaged to one of our lady there, but their engagement breaks up. So yeah, I mean, maybe there is some other cases I just cannot quickly to came up with. But what I see, yeah, there is other experience, of course, we have with Indian men. I don't know, it's culturally, but Indian man has very, what I see from experience working with other clients, sometimes they have very, very hot temper, and like they can very easily break up relationship, even like they feel sad later and asking for apologize or something, but because of misunderstanding, but it's very hard to get back again, if men tell woman goodbye and then later change his mind, she is like her safety and security with him, you know when he does this when she's at least in Ukraine or in her home, it's one thing, but she can imagine that for example she moved to America, wherever they start to live together, all of a sudden he don't like something and he make a big scene and goodbye, and she's like, what? um, and this was her scares her, if she one time make this, then she afraid that it can be a pattern in future, and she kind of I mean, Ukrainian lady has a very forgiving personality, but when it's touched her safety and security in future, like she already has doubts about this man and this temper, it's very hard to handle. And also because they experience Ukrainian men, and Ukrainian men, they're very cold, and they keep everything inside them. They never make a scene or something. I mean, not never. There is some cases, but we talk about majority again. So it's very different dynamic in relationship too. So when she never experienced this, she don't know how to deal with this. How to deal. So that's the reason why Indian men have to be, if he wants to be in their journey, it's completely possible, but you have to be a commitment, you have to manage your temper, and I mean, I believe that international marriage should require more from both sides, work, understanding, patience, but it's at the end of the day, it's worth it, in my own opinion. As long as I don't demand her to convert her religion, and chances are better if you live outside of India. Yeah. Oh. Hannah Joe, I just thought about Match Guaranty psychologist Vita and Maria Popova. Are they now safely moved away from war areas? Uh, about Vita, she's in Sumy. She don't want to move nowhere, and it's a position of a lot of Ukrainian people. They cannot leave their homes. They have so many things they, attached to. They cannot leave everything behind. In Sumy now, okay, situation. So Match Guarantee team has a lot of Ukrainians in, and now all our team spread, we have somebody in Spain, somebody in Israel, somebody in Ukraine, okay, still there, we in Mexico, so, but we manage, we continue to work together as a team, right? But yeah, Vita personally. Maria, I don't, we don't, I don't know personally. Yeah, but she's, we think that she left Ukraine, but I don't know for sure. She was very easy about Vita and her family have stayed home during the entire war. Have stayed home. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maria, don't know, but she's very open to travel, and she wanted to leave Ukraine before even war. So I think she would use this opportunity now, because of very easy to get to anywhere, in any country is red carpet now for all Ukrainians, and then she speaks fluent English. So, and she's single, don't have children, so it will be much easier for her. Administrator Lubo in Spain now, in different cities and different, but in Spain. Mm-hmm. You always like the video. Thank you guys for your support. Good morning, nice presentation. For the woman who wants to leave Ukraine, is there a preferred country? I reside near Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Fort Langley. Not. I mean, maybe some. It's an exceptional, situation when ladies say, I want specifically go to, I don't know, USA, but it's an exception. Normally, that's what our ladies they open to move. Doesn't matter where, but with whom to where. I mean, okay, it's also matter, but I mean, in the Western cultures, okay, we talk about. I mean, they don't want to move. In some areas where it's the economic even worse than Ukrainian, or where it's not safety to live for them. Again, safety and security, it's number one their need. But Canada very safe, so of course it will be great. It will be big bonus, but it's more important about the man, if they feel they can trust this man, they see future with him, they fall in love with him, before they fall in love, they get to know you, right? So it's a process. And when they come to the state, the point that they trust you, they see the future, they want to continue to build with you, your family, something meaningful together. So they follow, to where men live. So, Canada, it's never a problem. Problem maybe like if a man wants to bring lady to Afghanistan or some countries, as I said, that it's dangerous to live there for her. That will touch her safety and security and her economy too. Yeah, Tatiana say, but Olga Petrovna, she is our matchmaker. She is now in Israel, with her family. A lot of people move somewhere where their relatives live. Yeah. It's how they choose. So if lady has some preferences, she wants to live. What I want to say about in America or in Canada, maybe it's because she has relatives there. That's the only one. Like why she or she, yeah. Oh, what if I 61 years old American looking for a Ukrainian wife that is still able to birth my chances? Yes, Ernie, absolutely. We have. I try to remember our last marriage. What his age was. I think was 70. I mean, around 70 or close to 70 or a little bit. Yeah. 62 completely achievable for you. It's more about, the how realistic you are. If you're looking for a lady like, I don't know, 30 years old, 30 years younger than you, then it's not realistic, But if you're looking for a lady, let's say 15 years younger than you, at a maximum, then it's completely achievable, there is a lot, there is asking. Sorry, I didn't understand. Able to birth. Okay. So then it should be lady, let's say if she can give a birth, like she should be 40. Uh, I mean, probably 40, it's kind of also can be late for her, so she should be 35. It's kind of late, because it takes time until, you cannot start a relationship from making baby, all of a sudden. I mean, it takes time to get to know each other, and you know, ladies having baby with a man in this age, she will feel, safety and security again. This factor, how she will grow up. This if something will, happen to you in I don't know, in 5 years, how she will grow up this child alone. So it's all, it's her insecurity here. So, and again, how much energy you will, I mean, you want, but in reality, um, mm, how how you will be the father, like, okay, it's the hope should be always there, but it's more an exception than reality, than something that easy to achieve, Yes, it's very slim chance. Joseph, I don't want to cut to. We have cases when Joseph, maybe you don't remember, when Tatiana shared, we have couples where the woman became pregnant when she was 50, with a man who was also older, like, but it's more again exception. It's not something that um, in the major cases happens, So that's the reality. Mm. And why, maybe you will look for a woman who has already children, if you feel that you want to be a father, I mean, she can have not so, like before teenage age, like maybe 8 years old child or something. And so maybe this cannot be option for you too. Um, okay. Um, will you have dating tours again with Ukrainian women? We continue now to to do our matchmaking introduction to our ladies. The only men now meet them in Europe, where they live. So it's not like dating tours. I mean, it's up to man. If man wants to just meet everybody in person, he can go to like different cities in Europe to meet ladies. We don't advise guys to go to Kiev now to meet ladies. Yeah, so yeah, we continue doing it. It's never stop. But of course, when war finish, uh, I think that majority of people who left Ukraine now, and I don't even think. I mean, I know that Europe give Ukrainian people temporary shelter. Like up to 3 years, they say you can be there, so they have to come back to Ukraine. They don't have chance to get a residence or something like this in Europe, so they will come back, and of course, we will continue to uh, with our normal things how it was before. Yeah, but I mean, now it's still available because you have to wait, and we don't know for how long, right? When war finish, and we don't become any younger, right? With time. Yeah. Um, what else there? Jimmy, yeah? Jimmy. I just saw her on Facebook photos and started chatting with her using Google Translator because she cannot understand English. I like her too much. She's too cute. I started sending her money. Guys, okay. I mean, there is always a small hope that she's real, she's into you, but I mean, you're free to do with your money whatever you want. We just don't want you to be heartbreaking, because when you send money, you kind of have, you know, expectation that it's, your lady, you support her, and there is something started to create between you and her, but it's not necessarily the case. Why you just wouldn't, you know, you need to, a virtual relationship, it's good, in Facebook, in having chats, but why wouldn't just buy a ticket and go where she's living and meet her, and see that if there's chemistry out there, like physical progression basically will tell you everything about your relationship, if it's there, if sometimes you can see from woman expression on a photo that she's ashamed to stand even close to you. That's the reality. But again, this lady, how big age gap between you guys, and many. Oh, thank you, Jiman. Yeah, never send money to woman you never met. I mean, beautiful Ukrainian lady, age of 25, and beautiful figure. It's I think also you have Indian roots. It's hard to, I mean, for us, yeah, Prabir. Um, this age gap, 20 years age gap, when you, like, let's say, when you're 60 and when he is 60 and she's 40, it feels very different from when she's 25 and you 45. She is in her, stage of, maturity level very different for you and her. She's still like, she's very young, and she will perceive you, as potentially as her father, not a boyfriend. It will be hard, I mean, unless she has daddy issues, but it's a different story. It's not really healthy. I mean, again, it's not majority cases, but in reality, I remember myself when I was okay, I was 19 years old, and I was chased by a man with American man, and he was 20 years older than me, 19 years older than me. And I told him, listen, you can be my father, but you cannot be my boyfriend, so it was so far away from maybe I was 20 and he's like, 30, 39, something like this. Anyway, at that time it was completely no, no. At this age, when you're a lady young, and let's face it, she's 25, she's beautiful, she's in her highest SMV rate, and she has a lot of choices. Why she would go for 20 years age gap? Tell me. If she has a lot of choices, a man around her age, maybe 5 years older, 10 years older, if she wants a little bit man who has, like, I don't know, career achievement or something, he can be 10 years older. It will be already 35. It's already like age when he can be have some certain maturity level, but not so it's a tough journey. I mean, that's there will be difficult. I mean, I know we will not be able to help because we know our ladies 25 years 25 years old, it's the very hard to help. They're very picky. They at top, they have all men from the world ready to start relationship with them. Yeah. So yeah. But then again, I said with the age, like maybe with the same age gap, when you will be 60, you can catch this beautiful lady when she will be 40, it's more possible. But when she's 25, almost no chance. Men also have choices. Of course, at 45, a lot of choices of 25. I mean, let's be honest, if you're looking for love, it's one thing. If you're looking for a lady that you want to have sponsorship with her, relationship, I forget how this calls, like sugar daddy, of course, it will be very easy and you will have a lot of, I mean, not a lot, but, certain number of ladies to choose from, who wants this relationship. But we talk about love here, no? I mean, we create couples based on love, and a lady who is looking for love, she honestly tell us, if we introduce man, doesn't matter whom he choose, I mean, he can choose lady up to 20 years old age gap, and we introduce man, but normally we just hear feedback, listen, I'm afraid it's too big of age gap, I don't know how I would deal with this, she don't want to introduce, to waste her time, because it's very hard to land on her this age gap. So Lisa, please. So, I mean, it's because lady look for a love. That's why it's her feedback, If she looking for sugar dating relationship, it will be different story. There is some ladies who looking for a man, to spoil them all their life, and they will go for this age gap, but doesn't mean that your relationship will based on true love. There is some different will be motivation in this relationship. I'm 50, never been married, so 35 is where I think I have chance for long term. Yes, Joey. Yeah, our ladies will be very like, how to say, detective, about finding out why you've never been married. It's like, from one side it's good, but from another side, like, it's a lot of questions, what it was, I mean, why it happened. They more they feel like more safe, honestly, having a certain relationship with men who've been divorced before, who had this experience, so it will be a lot of questions. But I see, I am now in process of introduction one man who almost never was married, almost a little bit pregnant, yeah. But it was, if it's just career issues, I was focused on my career, I just never was commitment to this, it's one, situation, it's very good landing on ladies, so they can understand this, but if there is like other things, I don't know, like I never was ready because I cannot stop dating, I'm just like playboy or something. It's, it will be very hard landing, and now I feel I'm ready, it will be big question about infidelity of a man and his real commitment. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's age gap, up to 15 years age gap. it's from 5 to 15. It's a very realistic age gap. Again, depends on how man looks. He can get a lot of yeses, even if I'm sorry, I'm here. Yeah, even if he's choose a lady 20 years age gap, we have these cases. Yeah, but I can tell you that you know the big worry of ladies who've been chosen by men with 20 age gap, if he's active enough to to keep up with me, because she's younger, right? Obviously. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, and then again, how he look, how if he's healthy, he have active lifestyle and everything. Yeah, 15 years much gap past. There is purchase, pushing right here. Yeah, it's more an exception. Okay. This this for sure. It's not. Yeah, there is other services for this. We create in couples based on love. And I'm speaking to lady I met through Match Guaranty, and she's 10 years younger than me. Yeah, Mark. Thank you. Yes, it's very like realistic. If you talk about Ukrainian marriages, it's an average is 7 years age gap in average. So sometimes can be 10. My grandmother was married to my grandfather, and they have 12 years age gap. And in Soviet Union time, it was perceived like a huge age gap. I remember I grew up with this, talks around, oh, he's so much older than her, and I was like, how much, like why they all talk about this? I mean, they have like, she was very beautiful, and like very beautiful, and he was not really beautiful, but he outside, but he have such a beautiful soul. It's like the most amazing man. Yeah, it was stepfather of my mother. It was her second marriage, my grandmother, and he loved us. He never can have a children, so we was like his children. Yeah, but I remember age gap, like 12 years old, it was perceived by Soviet Union, it was like too big. So, I mean, that's reality. So, guys, when you're talking to the lady on a paper letter website, and she said, oh, age is just a number, just run, Forrest, run. It's not true. The real lady, as we said, our guys, they can understand how much they realistic. It's just like our ladies, it's like a barometer, how many yeses and no he has here. It's about his real chances. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago, and my grandfather died when I was in 2005. Yeah, but some people, they stay in your heart forever. Such amazing he was. That, maybe because I had this experience, I knew that if I was a single mom, I knew that it is possible to find a great man who will be great stepfather. That's what I have in my family now. Yeah. And my mother also always told me, I never was taught by my mother that I have to like like I will like I can have two fathers, you know, and like it's better than when you have none, you know, and you can have relationship. But my mother was all time like pushed by her mother to meet her biological father, but with his stepfather, she was like she got everything she needs, you know, from him, such a big heart and such a big love. And I think it was a big part of why my grandmother chose him as a husband. Yeah. So when we talk about Ukrainian ladies, how they choose their husband, there is a lot of stories when they choose. You know, it's how man looks. It's not. It's not as important as what he is inside. You know. He's yeah. Okay, guys. I think yeah. Thank you, Ruben. I hope you'll learn today a little bit more about our Slavic culture. Maybe understood more about what's real, what's not. Is this journey for you? Because as I always say, you know, you need to know, you know, how your potentially journey can look like, you know. Sorry. And you know, jump in this journey is excitement and understanding that it's something that you're looking for. Basically, men with traditional values can very easily be happy with a woman with the same traditional values, you know. Yeah. Uh, thank you, guys. Yeah. Thank you, Ruben. Yeah, I hope you will soon. All of us can come back to Ukraine and enjoy, yeah, beautiful, beautiful country with a long history and bravery soldiers, and all people can get a touch to this history. And I hope it will be soon in past as the hardest days in Ukrainian history nowadays. Uh, thank you guys for your support. Be with me today. I will hope to see you next Sunday and you will be active again. And I hope I will find right words for you. Maybe encouraging, maybe just open-eying about what's realistic, what's not. Okay. Okay. So see you next Sunday. Bye bye. Take care. Take care. God bless you. Bye bye.